Go get some bait set. Put it up. Chair for the blind. Get some pads for the blind. Probably 20, maybe 30 pounds of bait. We got some out there. So we'll see how this goes. One day. Sun's bright. Our shooting position. Oh, I take back. That's where it is. Okay, I've got my sriracha sauce with a little bit of the, what is that, dog food and COB and treats. And I've got some of the Caesar dressing. What's left of the suckers. And then I got fry oil over the top of these live branches. It'll kind of hold that scent, I think. Yeah, I can actually smell it pretty good now. It's got some of that anise flavor in it. And then dumped the rest of the COB and stuff there on the pile. So let's go back where I can get a good view. And then I've got, let's see, camera. There's a camera there. Camera there, and a camera on that second tree behind that tree. Okay, so looking at this shooting spot here, several flat spots. You could move some rocks out of the way and get down pretty comfortable to shoot across to this view here. And everything is within, like the very tippy top of that ridge is 515 to the knoll. Green patch straight across is in the low twos. That would be a good spot potentially for a bait site in that green patch over there. Yeah, I think we'd make a blind here. So if I'm getting set up to shoot off a tripod or bipod, I like to have some sort of rear rest, even when I'm hunting. It makes all the difference in the world to have something under the rear of your rifle to support it. I made mine so I don't have to carry extra weight, so it's not just full of sand or beads or something like that. Mine is full of things I can eat. So sunflower seeds, just crushed up nuts, what have you. Everything in here is edible. So I was calling it my last meal just because I wouldn't want to eat it as my main meal because, if I'm out backpack hunting, just because then I wouldn't have it. But if I harvested my game and I was done processing it, but I still had maybe a day or something to get out, I could count these calories in my overall pack weight, and this is what I could eat on the way out. So I've got it seasoned how I want it, and it's not something I would have to, I'd really cringe to eat. It's pretty good stuff. But as I was looking at it here, I just carry it right on my pack, or my little chest pack here, so it's accessible all the time, and just kind of dangles there. Just spotted a bear. this is my setup here. This is my Ultralight 6 Creedmoor rifle I built. It only weighs 4 pounds without anything on it. Just bare rifle, about 4 pounds. So it's so lightweight. I actually had to get creative and add some weight to it so it'd shoot a little better. So this is my kill kit, my light, my knife, and they are pretty much all one piece to the stock of the rifle, so they don't move. They just dampen the recoil with that extra weight on there. 6 Creedmoor with a 109 ELD match. About 2,900 feet per second. Was not on the bait. I think he was waiting for the deer to leave. He was up in that little pocket right there. So he'd come right past the bait, and there was 3 or 4 deer nibbling on it. So I think maybe he was thinking maybe he was just going to wait him out, or so. I don't know why they wouldn't just push him off, but he didn't. It did seem like he was waiting for something. Interesting. I'm pretty sure he's dead over there. He hasn't come out, so I think I'm gonna head down the hill and try and get across the creek before it gets too dark. Oh, sweet. My first bear. We've killed a lot of bears. I think this would be bear number, let's see, Christy's got 1, Tucker's got 2, Logan's got 1, Penny's got 1, no, Tucker's got 3. So what's that? 4, 5, 6, 7. This is bear number 7, I guess. Oh, whew, awesome. Alright, come down the hill just a little bit. We've got a different angle. And there he is piled up. Right where I thought he was, right behind this, that stand of trees. He's not moving. I'm pretty darn sure he was dead within 30 seconds of getting shot. That's awesome. Clean kill. Oh, I couldn't be happier. Oh, he looked like it. I don't think he's a monster bear, but I think he's definitely a mature boar, I believe. I'm not a best judge of bear character here, but he did look. He wasn't a young bear, I don't think. So let's go get him. Put about a half mile down and a half mile up, so we'll get to him in a short while. Awesome. All right, looks like I found him. Yep. I believe he's dead. Oh. Not the biggest bear I've ever seen. Good blood trail, boy. Yeah, he had a good blood trail all the way to here. But he's not the smallest bear either. Rear rest came in handy. It was just my little, my last meal. It's got all sorts of nuts and things in here. But I can use this as a rear rest. I can put that under there and get that rear of the stock good and steady. It was perfect for a shot like this. Be able to get all the way down in a good prone position, get that up under there so I was good and comfortable. So take that good steady shot. One shot. Alright, let's see if this will be a good spot to take a picture. Well, one shot, and he didn't go more than 50 yards, so good, quick, good, quick, swift death on this one. That was fantastic. This was such a blessing today. I was up here by myself. I usually come up with the kids, but this time I was up here. I wanted to get the bait set. We were going to come up in a couple of days with Tucker, and I guess that's my only regret is that Tucker didn't get to shoot this one. He got a real good bear last year, about like this, honestly. It's going to be interesting to see whose was better. His was about 6'4". Might be a little bit longer than this one, but they both look like they've got similar. The heads are pretty similar, I should say. But yeah, front shoulder. I can feel he broke his shoulder right there. I can hear lung, so it went through shoulder, got into lung. I mean, that's all I could. And that's honestly what I was hoping for. He was not in the best position. He was kind of sitting quarter to me, so I knew I'd kind of put it through that front shoulder and get into the lungs. But I mean, that's exactly what I would have hoped for and expected with that shot. And we've taken several bears now with this 109 ELDM with the 6 Creedmoor. I know it gets good penetration, and it did the job. 244 yards. So it wasn't a long shot, but it did the job very quickly. It just goes to show these small calibers, light recoiling, light to carry in the rifles themselves. You don't need a big gun to hunt big game. If you are accurate, precise, make sure you take the right shots. I had that one on full footage. I knew I was filming it, so I knew I could see what the impact looked like afterwards, and I could review that shot, and if I needed to, if there was ultimately some tracking or something had to happen, I would have that data, but I didn't need it. I was able to watch where he went, and that he didn't come out, and then walk down the hill a little bit, and was able to see him. So that's perfect. Textbook, if you will. And we're right. So we had set up a bait. He wasn't on the bait. Didn't look like he'd even touched the bait, honestly. Set up the bait a couple of days ago. The deer sure liked it, but it didn't look like any bears had been on it yet. But he was coming in this direction. I don't know if he set it for the bait or not, but he was 100 yards or something up above the bait in the shot. So well, let's see if I can get a good position here. Make it that way. Tell me a little bit, maybe. Let's see how that looks. I should take my backpack off of this. Yeah, I'll just take a screenshot of that and see if that turns out. It's getting dark enough. I'm not going to get too much more time to get pictures here, so I'm going to fiddle him into a position that looks okay. But what you got to do when you're out here all alone, a few miles from the truck, and you got a couple-hour pack out. Now I got to get him processed first. Got to get him. Get the hide off, get the meat taken care of, cooled off here. It's going to be a cool night, so it'll be good for the meat. Got ice in the cooler, it'll be good. Everything's prepared. Things run smoothly when you get everything lined up properly. So let's see how that. Those jumpers there. He's not a. I don't know, he's got good teeth, so I don't know how old he is, but his back molars look a little bit worn. But yeah, I want to say this is our 7th bear. Christy's got a bear. Tucker's got 3 bears. He got one little one and that big one last year, and then a chocolate year before. Logan got a nice one last year. My brother Ben got one off this same bait last year. Penny got her little one this year too. So we're hopefully figuring things out. Okay, but he's heavy. Yeah, we got back from our last little trip with where Penny and Tucker got their little bears, just a couple weeks ago, and they were smaller bears. We packed them out whole. We packed all the meat basically, and we didn't try and cut it up on the hill, and came out, and we were able to put the whole hindquarters right on the smoker, and oh, that was delicious. At about 205 on the internal temp, and they would just fall off the bone tender. It's fantastic. So I think I'm going to try that again on him. These bears are good eating. They're good clean meat, and the hide is going to be tanned, and the skull is going to get cleaned, and pretty much every part of it is going to get used for something. But, what a blessing! This is a big boy. And I kept seeing elk all day, so I'm sure there's going to be some elk mamas that are pretty happy that this guy's off the hill here this coming month when they start dropping calves. So, wow, what a good bear. And he's not, I mean, he looks a little older, but he's got good teeth. And his canines are all there. His rear teeth are a little bit worn down. But he's got a pretty good sized noggin.